Hey, what is up, guys? The only monster here with another replay. This replay was sent in by bambinoul, so thank you, my guy, for sending this replay in and letting me cast it. So yeah, let's take a look at this Radiant draft. Looks like the support duo is gonna be this Bane, Vengeful Spirit here, and what? Magnus off lane, safe lane Ursa, and mid Wind Ranger. So pretty standard stuff coming on through. Looks like we have a smoke movement from the side of the Dire here. Maybe trying to go into the enemy triangle. Radiant are grouping up together here by the tier 1, so maybe one of the Radiant heroes will venture out into their own triangle, but it looks like they're just sticking together. Do they have a smoke on anyone? Yes, they do. They have a smoke on the Vengeful, so they might smoke themselves. Might put a nice little ward up here to get vision up in the high ground, and yep, just smoking up themselves and going into the enemy triangle. So both teams mirroring each other's movements, but it's like in the end, it won't net anything for either one of the teams. It gives me enough time to look at this dire draft. I'm actually not too sure how it's gonna go. I mean, I think it's gonna be this Jakiro Disruptor support, um, Tide Hunter safe lane, Puck mid, and then offlane Enigma. I think that's how they're gonna run it. I'm not actually quite sure who they would put in safe lane, but Tide Hunter definitely makes the most sense out of all the heroes. But we'll see how they run their lanes. A little bit interesting for sure, but something that I'm like noticing right now from the side of the 2 for 2. Something that I'm noticing now for the side of the Dire is like, dude, they have an overwhelming amount of team fight. Like, you know, you get Ravage, you get Black Hole, and then you get Static Storm, and then the Coil, and then even the Macro Power on top of that. Like, you know, this Dire team, even if they're like, you know, 10k net worth behind or something like that, like you will never be able to count them out because they're always gonna have that wombo combo available. And it's gonna be interesting to see how this Radiant team plays around those cooldowns and, you know, try to take on those skirmishes rather than those full-on fire-on-fire fights that the Dire will definitely be favorable because, you know, the amount of team fight spells they have is just overwhelming. Looks like it is gonna be the Fire Jakiro and then the 4th Disruptor. Pretty cool stuff. Disruptor, like Thunderstorm, Thunderstrike. Literally one of the most annoying skills, level 1. Actually deals so much freaking damage. It's kind of annoying. Let's see. Wind Ranger doing pretty well in the last hits, actually surpassing the Puck by quite a bit. Puck not lasting too well. Nice little deny there. It's yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate because Puck, like his attack animation's not the greatest, especially if you haven't played much with it. It can be a little bit tricky. Tide Hunter dropping kind of low. He did go for the level 1 Anchor Smash, so still doesn't have a point to the Kraken Shell. Quite curious to see whether he's gonna go for the point into the Gush or he's just gonna go for the Kraken Shell, go a little bit more defensive. See, early point in the Fury Swipes. I wonder if he's gonna go actually going into the Earth Shock. I'm quite surprised he's actually going to the Earth Shock. Malefice stunning him up with a Thunder Strike. Doing a good bit of damage. This Ursa will need to be careful. Is there a salve? Yes, there is. Vengeful Spirit does have a salve, so probably will get salved up. But I'm actually quite surprised this Ursa went for the point into the Earth Shock. Well, of course, I missed the first blood. I'm quite surprised that Ursa went the point into the Earth Shock. Like, I think you can trade quite well if you go to, you know, the early point into Overpower. But Bane getting gushed up. Nightmare onto the Tide Hunter, getting the right clicks on. Anchor Smash. Shockwave and the right click enough to get the kill. Dual Breath onto the Bane. Trying to man fight, but this Bane will end up going down eventually. Huh? Yes, he does. Almost juked into the trees before that auto came through, but unfortunately wasn't quite able to make it. But nice little kill there. Going to where the Radiant there. I think those are Magnus that cleaned it up. Actually, no, it was the Bane. Nice bit of gold. Almost has his boots there. Actually gonna TP onto the lane before getting his boots. Interesting. Oh, okay, did get his boots. Nice. Already with the ball on the Wind Ranger, Shackle into the power shot. They latch onto anything, but you know, just enough time to get that full duration power shot. Let's see how this Puck is doing. Doesn't have anything else queued up, so I'm quite curious on what he's gonna be getting after the bottle. Obviously the boots and stuff, but I wonder if he's gonna go for the Witch's Blade. Or if he's gonna try to go for the BOTs. Very curious to see what this Puck is gonna do. Been able to catch up in the last hits quite well. Nice little block here on the small camp here with the sentry. Didn't notice it earlier. Oh, dual breath onto the Bane. Nightmare onto himself. Oh, looks like we have a DC here. Yeah, we have a DC, so as soon as the player reconnects, we'll be right back. So I'll see you guys in a second. And we're back. We have a reseed, so a little bit of funny stuff going on in the old chat. Yeah. Oh, magic missile onto the disruptor. Overpower. Kinetic field. We'll hold the Ursa back. Did come to a hold, but the Malefice and the kinetic field will be enough. Those Fury Swipes starting to stack up onto Enigma. We'll be able to make it away. Like, man, I'm like super surprised this Ursa's actually not going for the overpower instead of the Earthshock. Like, Earthshock used to be more of like, you know, when you went Battle Fury and Ursa to try to clear waves a little bit faster. But I just think you can trade so much better when if you get that early point into overpower. But Liquid Fire onto the Magnus, dual breath onto the Bane, man, dude. This Drakiro dishing out so much magical damage here. Very annoying hero to deal to lane against actually. Shackle. Nice little phase shift there, dodging the power shot. Has a null there on the puck. What does the Wind Ranger have coming? Boots and basically a null. Alright, gonna go into the Maelstrom. Maelstrom BKB straight up, not messing about. Knows how powerful these BKBs will be against all these ultimates. Except the Enigma. You know, the Enigma Black Hole, that's gonna mess you up no matter what. But if you get that BKB, it'll nullify all these ultimates. Pretty useless until these people start getting Aghanim Scepter like this Disruptor or this Puck. Magic Missile to secure there, the creep. Gosh, onto the Bane. Hunter needs to be a little bit careful. Doesn't have the greatest manas. Yeah, now it gets a point into the Kraken Shell. I was about to say, like, it's a little bit risky. Not getting the point into the Kraken Shell, but does have a point into it now, so it should be a little bit tankier now. This Wind Ranger, though, I'm quite surprised how well she's been able to last it this game. Like, having a pretty comfortable lead over the puck. In terms of EXP, it's not that high, but still, the last hits do matter quite a bit. Dual Breath and the Liquid Fire onto the Bane. Doing a good bit of damage, but unfortunately, Hunter doesn't have a whole lot of mana to work with. Is he getting some mana delivered out to him? No, a salve and some boots, so still will not have a whole lot of mana. Let's see. Every time I go down here to this bottom lane, this creep wave keeps being so pushed up, like so far pushed up. A little bit unfortunate. This Dimension Spirit is not going for the pull. So, oh, one more right click, and gets a kill into the Ursa. We also get some action happening over at top. Let's have a look at these. Hunter. Going clicked away. Brain Sap, and the Earthshock. I mean the Earthshock Shockwave. Getting the kill there. Those safe lanes. Seeing some action here. I'm not sure like who actually benefits more from that. Like you obviously don't want your safe laner to die. But I don't know, I think Ursa actually doesn't mind as much, just because, you know, he's always going to be able to go into Roche, clean up that Roche, and he's always got that Magnus in power to try to catch back up. Oh, supports rotation, nice little waiting rift shift there, dodging and getting onto the high ground, using the coil in order to get these heroes to stop chasing him. So, hey, gank dodged, and these are quite a few resources. Ooh, nice little dodge there of the orb, trying to cancel out the salve there. This Magnus will need to be a little bit careful. There's no supports around here in the vicinity. Ice Path, Dual Breath, Liquid Fire. Doing a whole lot of damage, but unfortunately not enough to hold him back. This Magnus, a little bit too chunky here. Oh, Vengeful Spirit getting caught out. Malefice, the Orb. Pretty dead meat right here. Get a nice little pick off here. Over at top though, Ice Path. Dual Breath and the Liquid Fire. This Magnus is gonna drop pretty low, but does have the magic wand there. Yeah, 20 charges should be okay. And the Nightmare Sleep. Oh, nice little stack there. We'll be able to clear that later on once he does get a Maelstrom, or unless he feels like spamming the power shot over and over again to try to clear that. Oh. Puck. Looks like he's cast that out. He could clear it. And it looks like he will. That's a nice little present there from the Wind Ranger to the puck. It might cost him his life though. Shackle shot. Nice little waning rift inside of the Roche pit. Oh my god, absolutely juking this Wind Ranger. This Wind Ranger really did not expect that. Nicely done there by the puck. Clearing a good portion of that stack and also being able to get away. I thought that puck was dead meat. Oh, ice path. With a gush. That damage over time from the liquid fire almost bringing down the Magnus there. Did have the one there. Not a lot of charges. DD on the puck, dual breath, nightmare. But eventually he's gonna end up going down, even dropping the coil drop. Dropping pretty low, but in the end they're not gonna be able to find a kill, and that's a nice little pick off onto the Magnus there. Nice little rotation there from the puck. Using that DD. Even though the usage of that coil wasn't amazing, it landed them the kill onto the Magnus. You know, that little extra burst that they needed after the nightmare. So nice little something going the way of the eye right here. I should switch to my words before I forget. Boom. Yeah. Wind Ranger comfortably in the lead there. Oh, dual breath with the ice path. Magnus needs to be a little bit careful. Let's see what the Ursa is going for. That's the phase boots. It's going for the Morbid Mask afterwards. I wonder if he's gonna go for the Fusel Blade this game. It actually, it's actually pretty good this game. It's like pretty much every single hero of the Dire is a spellcaster, so getting that mana burn could be quite useful. Dude, also another thing, I'm really surprised that the Radiant are just giving this lane up to the Enigma. Like, sure, you know, the Islands are pretty annoying, but maybe you could switch the Magnus and put them up here and also put the Ursa up top here. I don't know. But just like not leaving the Enigma, just having a free lane to just, you know, push into and do whatever he wants. Like, you know, Enigma, not the hardest of heroes to gank, but not putting a lot of emphasis here onto the bottom lane. I guess the Ursa is happy enough being in the jungle, but without that empower, he doesn't actually farm that fast. And Magnus has pretty much been camping up top this whole game. Like, he hasn't actually moved from his lane to try to put empower onto this Ursa or to try to make a move with his RP. He's just kind of been chilling up here. Nice little arcane rune there for the puck. Gonna activate that. These raining heroes, they really want to catch out this puck, but this puck, his spidey senses are tingling. If they get a Fiend's Grip, yep, they do. That's a dead puck. They get the focus fire. Huh? Phase shift, Ravage, TP. They get the kill onto the Wind Ranger here. What a complete turnaround. Wow. And the Vengeful Spirit also ends up going down the bottom. I think they used the Black Hole for that one. Nightmare onto the Bane, but unfortunately only gonna buy him a little bit more time. Ursa might get the kill onto this Enigma here. Yep, he sure will, but definitely not worth losing all those heroes there. Wow, that was actually insane. I'm not actually sure what happened there. The Wind Ranger just stopped attacking there for a second towards the end there. Like, I'm not exactly sure what happened, if he was casting Power Shot or what, but the right click stopped coming on through, and you know, this TP from the Tide Hunter came in just in the nick of time. TP's in, Ravage cancels the Fiend's Grip, and they actually burst down this Wind Ranger, completely turning it around. Wow, that was a really nice TP rotation from the Tide Hunter there. Oh, I wanted to look at the EXP and gold change. Actually, I'm just gonna go 10 bucks. Yeah, so I can look at it. But dude, wow, wow, what a turnaround, and that's gonna hurt him quite a bit. Just like, some spicy stuff going on in the old chat here. Also claiming up the mid tier 1 here, like, man, this was a big power move here from the side of the Dire, actually gaining a lot of momentum. I'd like to see this Magnus try to, you know, make a move somewhere, try to get a kill, like put this RP to use. Even, you know, even the Tidehunter, the safe laner, has made more moves than this Magnus here. And I feel like this Magnus needs to sacrifice this game a little bit, you know, since this Ursa didn't have the greatest of starts. Does have the Empower now, so should be farming a little bit faster now. But still, this Ursa definitely not getting the start that he probably would have wanted. Nice little sidestep there, dodging the Ice Path. Let's see, looks like he's gonna be waiting for the Witch's Blade. No BOT, he's just gonna be going for the treads. And yeah, Silent Radiant, they're gonna start applying pressure to the safe lane tower. I like the fact that they're parking this Vengeful Spirit down here, you know, just to hold down the tower, farm it out. Oh. The Radiant, they're scanning. TPs did come from the Dire, and it looks like they don't want to push this. They know that Black Hole is available in Ravage, pretty much off cooldown now. Well, Black Hole still not available, still on 50 seconds cooldown, but this Enigma does have his blink now, so it's a little bit spooky going for those. Now we're gonna deny the tower here. Oh, and an immediate smoke movement. Looks like they want to make a move. I really like this. Maybe we could catch someone out in the enemy triangle. They know that they were pushing here not too long ago, so they can't be too far out. Do they have any wards? Oh, they don't. That's a little bit unfortunate. They do have a sentry, but they don't have any wards to try to get any vision on top of the high ground. They see the Bane. Bane also actually tries to smoke up Malefice, Nightmare, Kinetic Field. Oh, nice little swap there, buying him a little more time, but the Ravage goes get popped. Oh, and they catch out the Wind Ranger as well. Coil? They're gonna be able to burst her down. Man, Ice Path. Now onto the Magnus. It's gonna be the second victim. Man, oh man. That Thunder, that Static Storm. Yeah, he had Skewer, but that Static Storm silence wasn't able to skewer on out. Man, dude, what a fight. Really nice smoke movement here from the side of the Dire. I really like the way, you know, the Dire's playing, like, just the way they should be. Just, you know, bunch up as 5, group up, go for fights. And with your overwhelming amount of spells, like, you're bound to take those fights. And that was a fight, like, granted that they use Coil, they did use Ravage, they did use Static Storm, but you know they still have Black Hole available, which is still another big team fight spell here. But looks like they're Radiant. They want to make a move. They've seen that they've used the spells. Now it's go time for sure. They only have Black Hole, so they still need to worry about that. But still, better to worry about just having to worry about one spell rather than 5 spells here. I'm counting my Prepare as well. It's a pretty good team fight spell. Yep, the Fusel Blade on the Ursa gonna get delivered out. Do we have a smoke on anyone? They did use their smoke, but I'm wondering if they have another one. They don't. Actually, let me check their shop. Yeah, they don't have any more smokes. That's quite unfortunate that they used their smoke. They should have waited a little bit until the Ursa got his Fusel, then try to go for a smoke movement. Oh, they're gonna go onto this Disruptor. Dropping the Static Storm. Oh, the Power Shot, not enough. Vengeful Spirit did end up going down on the sidelines there. They did clear out the stacks, but this Ursa is just back to farming. I'm not sure I like this play. Like you want to be putting a little bit more pressure onto the enemies. Like, I definitely don't think you're gonna beat them in the late game. Like, dude, they actually have so many team fight spells. It becomes really hard. I guess their logic is like maybe like try to stall out until you can get BKB, so you can render their ultimates a little bit more useless. But you know, that's gonna be like more towards the mid game. But towards the late game, once those, you know, this puck starts getting Aghanims, this Disruptor does get Aghanims as well. Oh my god, I was too focused on the Ursa farming bottom. But yeah, once these heroes start getting Aghanims, like, you know, this puck, this Disruptor, and those BKBs start going, you know, running shorter on those durations, then it's gonna get a little bit harder. Look at that Micropyre bug right there. But let's have a look. Oh, Magnus with the skewer play. Still has the RP, but does get silenced up. They get the grip onto the puck. Focus fire. They're gonna get the kill. They get the kill, but they get a nice 3-man Black Hole here. But to get the kill onto the Bane and the Magnus. I'm not actually sure how the Wind Ranger got out of that. I thought she got caught inside of the black hole there. Malefice, swap. Try to get him underneath the tower with the magic missile. Those tower hits are doing a good bit of damage onto the Enigma, but unfortunately no follow up there. Pump faking the Ravage. Ooh, missing there. Ooh, trying to go for the Ravage there. Now, TIE Hunter in quite a bit of trouble. Oh my god, the Shadow Amulet, the Ravage turnaround. Gush, and the Blink out. So he's gonna be a-okay. They get the kill into the Vengeful Spirit here. They cost him the Static Storm, but relatively low cooldown. Nice little shackle there connecting onto the Jakiro with Focus Fire. Able to get the kill there. But dude, the fact that this TIE Hunter was able to get out, whew, man, that Shadow Amulet coming in clutch here. I think it was the Jakiro that cast it on him. Yep, yes it was. Yeah, that TIE Hunter looked like dead meat. This Vengeful Spirit did a pretty good job at trying to bait him in, you know, in a little bit deeper. Almost getting the kill onto that TIE Hunter, but unfortunately not quite getting it. Really unfortunate that Ursa, just as he TPs down to bottom, some action started happening just as where he was at. A little bit unfortunate that. Once this Ursa, I mean, you know, Black Hole's on cooldown, Ravage is on cooldown. I think right now is go time for this side of the Radiant, but again, this Ursa is just hitting creeps, and I don't see the Radiant grouping up to try to take a fight or you know, some type of skirmish. They're just kind of they're just playing very passive, you know, just letting the Dire get their cooldowns back up. Yeah, they saw the TIE Hunter, but weren't quite able to cancel his blink. Maybe Ursa does go into the Roche now. Yes, he does. Should be able to make quick work of this, and I don't think the Dire can actually contest this now without their ultimates. Puck and Jakiro do have their ultimate, and so does the Disruptor. But I'm not sure that's gonna be enough to contest, and I'm not sure if they have the time here. I think they probably know what's up. Yeah, a little bit too late. They do. So Ursa does get the Roshan now, so good time to start making some moves here. But by the time you probably get to the tier 2, Ravage will be up, and what's the yeah, 36 seconds. So by the time they see tier 2, the side of the Dire should have their spells back up. Even with Aegis, it's still a little bit scary trying to take these fights. Oh my god, they still haven't taken the tier 1. Oh my god, I thought the tier 1's already down. Yikes. Yikes. Let's see, Lincoln's on the puck. That's gonna be quite nice against that Bane's grip or that swap. I mean, it can easily be broken. Like, this Vengeful Spirit has a lot of ways to break it, but still, it's, you know, it's a little something that the Radiant will have to worry about. This Bane won't always have those free grips, you know. He'll have to coordinate with the Vengeful Spirit or something to try to break that Lincoln's. Doing a good job at sieging this tier 1, but looks like the Dire, they're gonna smoke up. They want to find something, and yeah, found the Vengeful Spirit. Nice little pick off there, giving them the man advantage. Glimpse a little bit off the mark there, and it looks like the Dire, they're gonna retreat. Oh, they even did get the kill on the tower. I thought that was denied. No. Alright, they got what they came for. Smackdown. You see, we're a little bit careful. The rest of the Dire are kind of sticking around here, and against the Disruptor, you want to be a little bit more careful about your positioning. Let's see. Side Hunter. Oof, that's gonna be a really nice item. That Heaven's Halberd against this Ursa. Ursa still doesn't have a BKB. He's queuing it up now. But if this TIE Hunter is able to get that disarm before the Ursa pops his BKB, and then the Ursa pops his BKB and tries to go for something else, that could spell disaster here for the Ursa. So quite a nice item here for the TIE Hunter. Really like this itemization. Even though he was playing for the safely position, you know, not really going for greedy items. Trying to go for items that would benefit the team, like that Heaven's Halberd and that Blink. See, working on that BKB. I mean, like, I'm not actually sure how much BKB actually helps you. Like grip goes through BKB, swap goes through BKB. So I actually think it's a little bit more important for this Enigma to try to get a Lincoln Sphere. Um, to make it a little bit harder for this Bane and Vengeful Spirit to try to find those. But I guess he's worried about the magic missile. But um, I mean, I guess you're gonna need BKB regardless. I just think I think the order should be Linken's and BKB. But hey, nice little glimpse there. We'll keep the Disruptor alive. Disruptor needs to be a little bit careful there with his positioning. Oh, trying to go for the skewer play. The Malefice did get casted, but are able to get the kill onto the Disruptor now. The Coil and the Ravish onto 3. Ursa ends up going down. Black Hole actually only connecting onto 1. Windringer popping the BKB. Enraged from the Ursa. Enigma will end up going down there. Now trying to chase for this Jakiro. Oh, Puck was able to snipe down this Vengeful Spirit, but a lot of ultimates used here. And what? I'm really surprised they're actually... I'm surprised they're not like sticking around to try to poke this tier 3 a little bit more. But I guess they want to deal with their lanes. But man, what a... That was unfortunate because that was a really good Ravage and a really good coil setup. But the Black Hole wasn't quite there. It did catch onto the Magnus, but it didn't actually quite catch onto the Wind Ranger there. And like about half of the duration of the Black Hole was kind of skipped because this Ursa was actually dead. Oh, Ursa blinking forward, going for the kill onto the Disruptor here. Needs to be a little bit careful. Does not have the Aegis anymore and is surrounded by a lot of Dire heroes. The rest of the Radiant are coming over. Nice little RP onto 2. Skewer. Further back. Phase shift from Puck with the orb. They get the kill onto the Ursa. Ursa actually trying to jump back in to try to help the Magnus. Oh man, what is this? Coil onto the Wind Ranger. Does have the BKB. It's gonna be forced to pop it. Oh, actually turning around and trying to fight for this Enigma kill. Is he gonna be able to find it? No, not you'll be able to find it. Wow, what is happening, dog? What is happening, dog? Dude. Ah. This Magnus baiting the rest of his team. What has just happened? Oh man. Yeah. Like, I guess, I mean, it was the Ursa initially who went in and tried to get the kill onto the Disruptor. I don't think he was quite able to. He did manage to get out, and the Magnus tried to goes in, gets an RP onto 2, onto the Jakiro and then onto the Puck, and then the Ursa's like, oh yeah, this is good. And jumps back in, and oh, nice little sentry there, and the Magic Missile. Well played there by the Vengeful Spirit, able to provide the vision. But yeah, dude, that was a very unfortunate set of events. And speaking of unfortunate set of events, oh, we'll be able to get that D word. But man, whew, whew. Dude, this game, like an absolute roller coaster. After that fight top, you know, it was looking pretty good for the side of the Dire, but then the Dire take this fight. Nah, I'm not so sure. They need to be careful. There is Ravage available and Coil. And Disruptor Static Storm, so need to be a little bit careful here with how they play. Let's see. Daedalus next for this Wind Ranger. Ursa has Shard. Yeah. Ursa needs his BKB ASAParino. See, Etherlands, Blink, Hood, going for the pipe. It's gonna be quite nice. A lot of magic damage on the side of the Dire. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. The Dire, they want to defend this. They have all their ultimates available. They have a nice little ward here up on the high ground. They see exactly where the Magnus is and this Wind Ranger. Magnus? Trying to go for perhaps Blink Skewer, but unfortunately blinks in a little bit too deep and ends up going down, and that's gonna be the retreat here for the side of the Radiant. Alright, alright. Puck has his Lincolns in his backpack, you know, casual. And the immediate smoke movement from the side of the Dire. They want to find something. Oh, they find the coil onto the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger popping the BKB. Getting the focus fire onto the Puck. Actually, no. Didn't use the focus fire, just using the BKB. Dire trying to find something. Trying to find more. But the Radiant. TP into the wrong side of the map. Ursa already TP'd across the side of the map. Starts farming some creeps. What does he have coming? BKB? Yep, BKB. That's gonna be real nice for this Ursa. And if this Ursa's got those quick reactions, fast fingers, should be able to dodge that Ravish, no problem. Still another 20 seconds. Oh, 20 seconds. No, that was before. 2 minutes now. And this is certain that he will spawn. So a long Roche timer here. Unfortunate there for the Ursa. You can tell that boy's got his timer. They got the timers already set up. Let's see, yep, Enigma now going for the Lincoln Sphere. Heaven's Halberd refresher, alright. Going all in into this team fight. Ursa trying to clear these Eidolons. We'll be able to. No. Ice Path onto the Ursa with the Static Storm, but the Ursa showing off his fresh BKB, trying to chase for more. Nice little RP onto 3. But the Black Hole, turn around. Doing a good bit of damage, but unfortunately there's not a lot of damage follow up there. The swap from the Vengeful Spirit, BKB gets popped by Enigma, but just gets chased down by this Ursa. Nice dodge with the Magic Missile there, but unfortunately, oh, is he gonna get caught out? Magic Orb, Blink. Oh, but the Skewer there. Wow. Wow. Man, that was very unfortunate there. Like, you're just lacking damage. Like, yeah, this BKB's already started coming out from the side of the southern side of the Radiant, so things are gonna look a little sketch here for the side of the Dire. I don't know. They need some type of damage. Like, actually, like they just need more damage. They're having a little bit of damage issues right here. Even though they blew all their spells, they weren't quite able to find the kills they wanted to. Also, the fact that this Magnus found a 3-man RP didn't help the fact neither. The Dire was kind of forced to use their ultimates in kind of an awkward way. Dire, just scan into the pit, but oh, Roshan did respawn just as the Vayne exited, and yes, he will spot that out, and Ursa will jump in there. Man, like it's looking rough on the side of the Dire for sure. Like I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for sure. They're lacking some damage, but I still wouldn't count them out. You know, they still got all their abilities, and if they're able to land that, you know, that wombo combo onto pretty much all the enemy heroes, or at least a good majority of them, then they can definitely take a fight. And now they're gonna be finding high ground. They got some pretty good high ground defense, some pretty good abilities to spam out here. And you can always use the orb, try to clear those waves, Waning Rift, Dual Breath, Anchor Smash, you name it. They got some pretty good high ground defense, so we'll see how they get along with it. Not a good start. Whoo! Man. Whoo! Fast fingers here on the Tide Hunter, I think. Yeah, thanks to that Sentry Ward, I was able to see that Vengeful Spirit, you know, just roaming around, and Spidey senses were tingling for this Tide Hunter. So, you know, just a random Vengeful Spirit into your own jungle, like, yeah, this ain't normal. The boy must have some backup. He seems a little bit too confident. See, Ion Disc, it's gonna be nice. Gonna stop him from getting bursted. But I think honestly going for the Ghost Scepter first would be a little bit nicer, since it's cheaper than the whole Aeon Disc. Has a lesser cooldown, and honestly, like, the thing that you're mostly worried about is this Ursa just, you know, right clicking you to death. You're not really worried about that much of the magic damage. Crystal is here for the Wind Ranger. Gonna be finishing his Daedalus pretty soon here. Then the Axe. What's the Axe? Oh yeah, that's yeah, yeah. Does have the shard, the Gale Force. I've never really played Wind Ranger since the new shard. I haven't played it, and I haven't used the shard, and I don't understand how it works. But if used properly, it can be pretty goddamn strong. So let's see. Use Scepter. What's Suicide going for now? Aghanim Scepter. Woo! Man, that's gonna be nice. That's actually really nice. Gonna be able to get his enrage off, whether he's Black Hold or Ravaged up. I'm not sure you can actually. I'm not actually. You can. Oh, I mean, actually think you. I'm not actually sure how the Disruptor ultimate works with the Ursa Aghanim Scepter, since it mutes all his items. His Aghanim Scepter should not work, and he should not be able to get his Enrage off, but I could be wrong. I actually never had that interaction before, so quite excited to see how it actually works. Poking at the Ursa. Ursa dropping kind of low. Oh, nice little Horn Toss with the Skewer back. They dropped the Static Storm to protect this Puck. Puck popping the coil here onto this Magnus, who was a little bit too eager to try to reinitiate. Ursa dropping kind of low. Looks like he will lose the Aegis. Oh, nice little swap there, and the Gale Force. Looks like that's gonna be enough to keep the enemy heroes away. Again, time and time again, this Magnus just keeps getting a little bit too antsy here. Like, the first initiation was nice, the Horn Toss into the Skewer bag, you know, you force a Static Storm. But then this Magnus tried to reinitiate and do the same thing again, but second time the Dire were ready for him. And now that the Radiant have the man disadvantage, they have to start backing away. Gonna give more time for this TIE Hunter to farm out his refresher. We'll have it in about 400 more gold. Man, what a game, dude. What a game. So let's have a look-sees. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see what neutral items people have. Philosopher's Stone, that's quite nice. Titan Sliver, that's another nice one. Spooter Legs for this Magnus, pretty nice too. It's pretty nice items here. Oh, Smoke Movement from the side of the Dire. I really like this. Instead of, you know, just laying over and letting the Radiant do whatever they want, they smoke up. Knowing that the rest of the Radiant are a little bit split up, they see the Bane pushing up with his lonesome self. Gets picked off. Nice little pick off there. They back away. Even though it's just a Bane, honestly, it's pretty good. It's like another 40 seconds that you're gonna delay this Radiant from pushing your high ground. And this Aegis does get claimed up, so this Radiant team weren't able to put this Aegis to very good use. The Glimpse, Static Storm. Oh, the kinetic field was just off the mark there, not keeping the Ursa into place, popping the BKB, dodging the Ravage. Really nicely done there by the Ursa there. He merely refreshes up. Trying to keep that Ravage always available. Oh man, it was really unfortunate there on that Static Storm. They were able to land that Static Storm kinetic field nicely onto the Ursa. I probably could have landed on the kill. Fortunately, weren't quite able to do so. Looks like the Radiant are gonna die to tier 2 here. Ursa going for the Satanic. Yep, that's gonna be quite nice. Very much needed since the Dire has a lot of poke. It's gonna be nice to just be able to Satanic up, hit a creep, and get by pretty much back up to full HP. See, yep, I like this Disruptor. He didn't go for the Aeon Disc immediately. He went for the Ghost Scepter first. Probably will be going back for the Aeon Disc after the fact, unless he wants to go for the E-Blade straight up, which would be quite nice. Not only being able to save himself, but also other teammates, or even amplify the damage of whoever gets caught inside the Static Storm. So I'd really like to see the E-Blade pick up, but you know. The safer bet would probably be the A on this, but honestly, going for the E-Blade and trying to get that damage amplification would not be all that bad since you're pretty slacking in that damage department. BKB for the Magnus, that's going to be quite nice. Allow him to play it a little bit more aggressive. I mean, he's already been playing aggressive, but you know, keep playing aggressive and actually being able to get away with it. Apologies, had a little bit of an interruption, but we're back. What's that? That's a nice vision up in the high ground. Getting caught out by the Enigma. Enigma still not popping the BKB. I'm surprised. He actually didn't pop the BKB to try to try to dispel that diffusal blade there. Not sure if, I mean, he had the Malefice on cooldown, but it wasn't enough to hold back the Ursa. Nice little ward there, up in the high ground.
Unseen, but not obscure.
Whoops, apologies. It's like the Dire, they want to start sieging up the high ground now that this Enigma is dead, but it's gonna be back in 13 seconds. Nice little swap onto the Tidehunter. They're able to find the pick off Skewer, drag him further back, but giving him a nice opportunity to get a nice Ravage. But fortunately, that Ravage is only to try to get away. The rest of his team weren't quite in position there. Go Scepter. Nice little pickup there from the Disruptor and the Ghost Scepter. Already paying dividends. It's like Magnus is gonna TP on back. Try to deal with the split push coming. Puck, as soon as he sees the Ursa, he's like, yup, I'm out of here. Right now would be a really good time, yep, to try to take a fight. Since the Radiants are so split up. Ranger going for the Focus Fire and Force Pulse to BKB to cancel the coil there. But unfortunately, have vision here. This Sentry Ward able to provide a vision, and once your BKB ends, side of the Dire has a whole lot of magic damage to pump out. So again, you get a really nice pick off onto this Wind Ranger. I mean, right now the Dire need to keep trying to do this, you know, like split the sides, force the enemy heroes back, and while they're split up, trying to take a fight. And so far, it's worked out. Able to get a nice pick off onto the Wind Ranger. Looks like this Disruptor will be going for the Aeon Disc. Let's see, refresher, back off cooldown, 90 seconds. Enigma pretty much has his Lincolns. Yep, pretty much has his Lincolns. Roche is back alive, and Tidehunter does scout that out. Are they actually gonna try to do Roche? They actually will. I mean, with their ultimates available, I'm not actually sure. And Wind Ranger on down for still another 20 seconds. I'm not sure they can actually contest. Nice little Ravage and the Black Hole onto 2. Dealing a good bit of damage onto the Magnus, but the swapping the Ursa outside. Ursa getting the kill into the Tidehunter. Tidehunter buying back. Magnus did end up going down. Nice little kinetic field holding the Ursa back into place. Ice Path. Ursa no longer has a BKB, so pretty much go time here for the side of the Dire. They keep on kiting him. Satanic, there we go. Getting his health back up. But they just keep on kiting this Ursa, man. Oh man, that's such a sad moment here for the Ursa. Focus Fire onto the Jakiro, trying to go for the kill. Ghost Scepter gets popped, so does the Glimmer Cape, so not gonna be able to find a kill. And now the Radiant not able to go into the Roche Pit, and now the Dire are gonna be able to take this. Man, dude. Yep. Dude, you cannot fight around the pit against so many ultimates. It's like so hard. This Tidehunter was able to get a nice little Ravage off. You know, the Ursa jump in, and so did the Magnus. Immediately popping the Ravage. This Ursa did not get the time to pop the BKB and try to dodge that Ravage. Then the Enigma jumps in, gets a nice little Black Hole there onto 2. It didn't actually kill the Ursa, but it did put the Magnus low enough. And Magnus wasn't quite able to use that RP that fight. A big part of their team fight here for the side of the Radiant. Now Tidehunter with the Aegis. And this is a banger axe right here. Banger axe right there. Puck already has his, but this Axe on the Disruptor gonna do so much work on this Ursa. It's actually gonna be insane. This Ursa is not gonna be able to do jack inside of this. I mean, anyone who gets caught inside of this Static Storm is not gonna be able to do anything. This Vengeful Spirit is gonna need to be on point with her positioning. Make sure she doesn't get caught inside of these big ultimates. So far, she's been doing a pretty good job. Like I think these past few fights, she's been able to get that swap onto that Ursa. You know, also during this fight, this Vengeful Spirit, they get a swap onto the Ursa. When does she actually get 2 charges? Is there a point where she gets 2 charges for her nether swap? No. I thought there was I thought there was like a talent or something that gave her 2 charges for the swap, but apparently I'm wrong. Level 25 magic missile pieces spell immunity. That's gonna be quite nice. So it looks at these items. Yeah, the timeless relics really nice for the Ursa. I mean for the Ursa, for the Enigma. Timeless relic on the Magnus. What other items do they have on the side of the Radiant? Neutral items, that is. Trickster Cloak. Well, that's actually really nice. I'm not a fan of the Penta Edge Sword. Trickster Cloak could honestly be quite nice, but I'm not gonna be going for that. It's like Wind Ranger is gonna be going for the Sheepstick next. See another E-Blade on the E-Blade here for the TIE Hunter. I mean, honestly, like, you know, it's memey and all, but like, dude, it's actually pretty good. Like, against this Ursa, it's actually good. It's actually pretty good, bro. And dude, this Jakir is probably gonna get an E-Blade too. I mean, has the Ghost Scepter already. Just needs the Eagle Song. You'll have that. Refresher on the Enigma, like even though they're like five, you know, they've been 7K net worth down, 8K net worth down, now 5K. Like, dude, I still think the Dire like still have a pretty good chance. They have the Aegis, but I think this Aegis is more of a, you know, we don't want to give the Aegis to the side of the Radiant because otherwise it could spell doom for us. But if they're able to make some type of move with their own Aegis, it would be quite nice. Unfortunately, they don't have the greatest vision on the enemy side of the map, so they don't actually really know what's going on outside of their own half of the map. And even so, they're just sticking around their own high ground. The Radiant, unfortunately, are farming the map out a lot better. Do they have a smoke? They do have a smoke. I'd actually like to see the Dire smoke out, even though the Radiant is quite close together to one another. Honestly, you have all your ultimates available. This Aghanim Scepter and the Disruptor is also honestly quite big. Also, another thing that I feel like the Dire should try to do for these fights is like try to find out it's really hard. Like even though if you kill the Vengeful Spirit right off the get-go, you know she's always gonna have her Ghost, which she can always swap out. So it's really annoying. Like dealing with this Vengeful Spirit because you can never really commit for this Ursa because this Vengeful Spirit is always gonna be there with that Aghanim Scepter. I mean, if you kill her, she's got that Aghanim Scepter Ghost, and she's always been, you know, very far away from the fights and get those swaps onto the Ursa. Make it really hard to commit onto the Ursa. So it is kind of tricky, and it's like the Radiant, they're gonna be the ones smoking up, trying to look for something. But the Dire, Weiser Tricks are just hugging their own base. Like honestly, there's honestly no point in leaving their own base. It's like, hey, you guys want to finish the game? Come right on over. We're right here waiting for you. But Enigma, just as I say that, venturing out. Oh, Yakira trying to go for a warding mission, does get caught out. But honestly, you're not too upset. Out of the 5 heroes, I definitely think he's got the least impactful ultimate. So honestly, losing to Yakira is actually not that bad. I think it would have been pretty bad if you lose, you know, either the Disruptor or the Enigma, or you know, pretty much anyone else but this Jakira would have been pretty disastrous. But since only the Jakira is actually not that bad. You had some pretty good poke. You're gonna be able to clear your waves pretty quickly. So, as you got that going for you, and this top wave is gonna be pushing in. So, eventually the Radiant will need to address this. There's no more Aegis. They get claimed up. Tidehunter does have the cheese here. They do have double Ravage, so this Rainy here need to be careful. Oh, swap onto the Tidehunter. Tidehunter dropping pretty low, does get a Ravage off. Oh, nice little black hole. Oh, but the Vengeful Spirit, they're able to get the kill there. RP? Onto 2. Buyback from the Magnus. Wind Ranger dropping pretty low, almost going down there. Static Storm. Unfortunately not landing onto anything. But overall, pretty good fight. Able to find the kill onto the Ursa, the Magnus, and the Vengeful Spirit. And only losing this Enigma? That's pretty stonks, man. Dude, I literally saw half the spells that got used up that fight. Oh, they find out the Bane. It's gonna be quite a nice pick off as well. Nice little cherry on top. Dude, I literally saw like half of the spells casted that fire. I did not see like grip being used. I didn't even see the Bane using grip. But dude, what a fight. Again, kind of debating themselves. Like this Vengeful Spirit, like, oh guys, I swapped the Tidehunter. I got him. But they weren't quite able to chain CC him. You know, like until he was dead. You know, they weren't quite able to under to zero him, and you know, he just presses R, refreshes, presses R again, still has the cheese available, was able to make it on out. Ursa doesn't have buyback, still on cooldown for another 20 seconds. You get find the kill onto the Vengeful Spirit there. Gonna have her Ghost wandering about. Oh, actually Wind Ranger pop, breaking the coil towards the end there, Skewer. Got the puck already on out. Radiant are gonna fortify the structures. Ursa is back alive now, so I think the Dire need to be a little bit careful now. And yes, they're gonna start backing away. You don't have any ultimates. It's definitely time to call it quits. You force a glyph, so honestly, you're pretty happy about that. You almost get the kill into the Wind Ranger. If you actually get the kill into the Wind Ranger right there, that actually would have been so good. Roche, early spawn? Nope. But we'll respawn in 4 seconds. See if they go again into the pit. Oh, that's so fortunate. Yeah. Man, that's so lucky here for the side of Radiant. Just as they smoke up and they're checking the pit. Actually, the Bane was the one that spotted it out, because all the other ones like went in a little bit too early, and by the time they exited, Roche had already respawned. But Bane, what a nice little spot there. Ooh, Aghanims. Aghanims on the Bane, that's also kind of nasty. Getting those solutions on the grip target, like yeah, it's gonna be quite nice. Ooh, Wind Waker, that's another nice one. I thought that was gonna be the Arcane Blink, but no, it's gonna be the Wind Waker. It's gonna be quite nice. Radiant, they have all their ultimates back up. So right now, you're gonna want to try to get rid of this this Aegis if you can. Oh, I didn't actually see this item nullifier on the Ursa. That's actually quite nasty. Oh, the 4 staff and swap, but with the A on this, but yep, the nullifier. I don't really care about your items no more. Very unfortunate there. Does have that buyback available. Gets disarmed on the Ursa. Looking kind of tough here for the side of the Dire. BKB. And the Ghost Scepter, but the Nullifier there. Buyback from the Disruptor. Looks like they want to try to fight this Wind Ranger. Dropping kind of low. Forced to use the cheese there. Nice little Ravage there, connecting onto 3. Another Ravage with the Refresher. BKB Black Hole, unfortunately only landing onto the Vengeful Spirit there. Ursa still not going down. It's gonna end up going down, losing the Aegis there. Magnus, Horn Toss, There we go with another black hole. But with the swap, they're gonna be able to find the kill into the Magnus. Ghost from the Vengeful Spirit is gone now. There's no more BKBs, so these raiding heroes need to be a little bit careful. Still on cooldown for another 10 seconds. Oh, they find the grip onto the puck. And yeah, that's a dead puck. Merely gonna buy on back. Kill wind. Who's up? Popping the BKB, trying to turn around and man fight. They find a kill onto the TIE Hunter. TIE Hunter is gonna buy on back. Oh, getting used up into the air. Ice Path, dual breath with the Macropyre. This Ursa looks in a lot of trouble. Given the good old whip. So he will be able to make it out. It does cost the Bane his life, but honestly, he'll take that trade any day. Still trying to find this Ursa, but this Ursa already TPing on out. He's long gone, my friends, long gone. But dude, what a fight. A very costly defense. It cost them 3 buybacks actually. Oh, but they find the Wind Ranger. If they're able to find this kill, this will certainly make it worth it. Dropping the Midnight Pulse. The Gale Wind. And the swap? No way. Dude, this Wind Ranger makes it out. That's actually kind of gross. It will cost the Vengeful Spirit her life. But the fact that this Wind Ranger was able to survive, that's actually pretty goddamn gross. Dual Scepter up into the air. Gonna try to finish off the solution right here. They will. Dropped the Macropyre there. Just to clear the creep wave. But, I mean, relatively low cooldown on Macropyre, so honestly, you're not too worried about that. And the Dire, they're gonna TP on back. A little bit unfortunate that this Disruptor TP'd onto the outpost, perhaps thinking that they wanted to go for more, but not gonna go for more. They actually could have tried going for more. I mean, you have Static Storm, and honestly, Static Storm, like, if you get a nice, like, I haven't actually seen a nice Static Storm on, like, you know, like an impactful core like this Wind Ranger or this Ursa. But if you're actually able to get a nice Static Storm onto one of these cores, like, you could actually bring them down. Like, that Aghanim Scepter Disruptor, actually, no joke.
Every coin helps.
Let's see. Bane almost there with his BKB refresher with refresher. What is it called? This refresher shard? Yeah, refresher shard for the Magnus. Has those 2 RPs available to him. Wind Ranger does have the sheep stick now. Let's see. Dire do have their ultimates available now. Not actually a Weeblade on the TIE Hunter, that's nice. I'm not actually sure what the Ursa gets now, like, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Basher. I guess he replaced it for the Diffusal Blade. I think the Diffusal Blade has outlived its purpose. Or maybe you ditch the boots, but honestly the boots are quite nice. Maybe once the tier 5 items start dropping and you get those force boots, then you could ditch the boots, but oh no, TIE Hunter getting caught out with a Nullifier. I'm quite able to get the Ravage off, but a nice black hole, 1, 2, 3, doing a good bit of damage, and the Static Storm, man, this is the wombo combo they've been waiting for. Refresh Orb! Woo-wee! Wind Ranger gonna buy on back, Ursa dropping pretty low, it's gonna end up going down. Man, this was the wombo combo that we're waiting for. Dude. Oh, there are buybacks available, so at the very least they're gonna be able to force some buybacks out, but man, dude, boy was that the fight they've been waiting for. That was a wombo combo. That was a wombo combo they should have been worried about. Vengeful Spirit gonna buy back, Ursa gonna buy back, and yeah, I think it's time to call a retreat. Yup. Yeah, dude, you did your job. You got the fight, and look at that. Before this fight, I think it was like 18k net worth lead or something like that. Now it's only like 1k net worth lead. Like, phew. That's insane, dog. That's insane. And yep, just as the data predicted, during the mid game, things were looking pretty rough for the side of the Dire. Those BKBs, those fresh 10-second, 9-second, sorry. I'm a patch behind. Those 9-second BKBs start coming out, but once these Dire heroes, start getting the refreshers, a little bit more items here and there, the agonist on the puck, the agonist on the disruptor, things like that, and the game becomes a little bit harder. This BKB start running down to 6 seconds. Dude, that static storm was so, dude, everything. That the spell usage for that fight was actually beautiful. Like, whoo, man, what a fight! And now, like, yeah, they're already in their shook, bro. They're not grouped up. They're split up, farming. Farming like what they've been doing the whole game. But I don't know. You keep giving Dire this time to like again bring back their ultimates and their refreshers. Get more time to farm out, get more items. Like, if you look at the Ursa, this Ursa is like pretty stacked up. Like, there's not a lot of room for growth. Like, sure, you can get your Batcher and ditch your Diffusal or your Face Boost, but you're not getting much stronger. Then you take a look at this TIE Hunter. Still has some room to grow, still has the Use Scepter. He's going to turn into a Wind Waker. This Blink Dagger can always be turned into an Arcane Blink. These Arcane Boots can always be turned into Greaves. Like, still room for growth with this TIE Hunter. Puck can always get the the Agnes Blessing, so that's a free slot for him. Guess the Wind Ranger could always get BOTs or Swift Blink, but looks like he's actually gonna be going for the root. Oh, he has a Satanic queued up, and also the Nullifier. I'm not actually sure what this is, but I know this is a Nullifier. Roshan will spawn in 20 seconds. This Bane is literally just camping out Roche. Like, yeah. Oh, nice little smoke movement for the side of for the side of the Dire. Oh my god, they find the Ursa and they blow everything on him. They don't want him getting out at all. Oh, this Vengeful Spirit trying to go for the swap, but unfortunately wasn't quite able to find it. BKBs do get Pop Wind Ranger. In a whole lot of trouble. Get this Thunderstrike, yeah, vision of her. Nice little swap from a very long range. Tide Hunter trying to stay up on top of her. The Ice Pad holding her back into place. The invisibility to have detection. Dual Scepter up into the air. And they finish off the kill. This is GG. This is actually GG. They want the solution. And they will find it, bro. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I love that. They see the Ursa, immediately just dropping the whole kitchen sink on top of him. Ravage, Black Hole, Static Storm. They don't give a damn. They want this Ursa dead, and they surely got that Ursa dead. This Vengeful Spirit almost got to swap, but it was a little bit too far away. And honestly, yeah, just skip the tier 3 and go straight for the tier 4s. Yep. Man, dude, what a game. That's actually insane. Dude. Oh man, oh man. Yep. Oh man. Magnus, RP, Skewer back into the base. This TIE Hunter, oh, with the Wind Waker. Oh, but the Horn Toss back into the base, but immediate buyback, and the rest of his team are already hitting the Ancient. Oh, Refresher Shard. What Black Hole there? Dude, man. What is that? Maybe next maybe next year, guys, dude. Oh my god, dude. Bruh, what a game. Dude. Man, that game was insane. That game was actually nutty as AF. I actually want to look at some of these graphs. Dude, what? Dude, what? That's actually, man. That's actually insane. Like almost reaching the 20k net worth lead and like about what is this, like 9k, 8k XP, EXP lead. Dude, that was crazy. Man, what a crazy ass game. But yeah, like it's pretty hard fighting against all this team fight in the late game. Like, death times start becoming a little bit longer. Fights don't come, as often as they do during the early to mid game. And yeah, things definitely get a lot more complicated. Dude, like, yeah, what a game. Like, yeah, like, dude, like the Dire played it really well, hugging their base whenever they needed to. There was even a moment where they even had Aegis and they were all hugging their base. But I mean, that was definitely the right move. You don't wanna be feeding in any more of the kills that you already have. Dude, dude, that was actually insane, dude. That was insane. Like, that was a huge network lead that the Raiden had. But like I said, even if you have like a 15, 20k net worth lead, there's always that chance of that wombo combo and that one fight in the middle where this uh how did it start off? I think they tried going again for the Tide Hunter again, and the Tide Hunter just sets up for a really nice Ravage. Then this Disruptor gets a nice Static Storm, and Enigma get a nice Black Hole, and that pretty much that GG. Like, man, what a game! A little bit unfortunate here for the side of the Dire. Like, I honestly think they probably could have played it a little bit better, put a little bit more pressure, played around more, especially during the mid game when they had the advantage. Like play more. Like there were a few fights here and there that they lost during the mid game that they definitely should not have lost. Like they could have played a little bit more around the enemy cooldowns, take more skirmishes rather than 5-on-5 fights, and try to end the game earlier on. Because dude, like trying to fight, into Disruptor, Ultimate, Black Hole, Coil, Agonist Disruptor, and the Tide Hunter with a Refresher. Like, man, it's just so hard, especially when your Magnus is like pretty much the only team fight that you have. But dude, what an insane game! And yeah, thank you so much for saying it in. That was very enjoyable. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to support the channel any way you can, whether that's liking the video, sharing it with friends, whoever it is, your grandma, your girlfriend, unborn child. It doesn't really matter. A view's a view. However, if you're not bothered, the mere fact you watch this video is good enough for me. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day and peace out.